The title of this video is going to be why women seek out the high status male, really. Okay. Now, a few reasons why, let's dispel a couple of things here. What high status is not. Okay. People think that, high status automatically means that you're rich. Okay. That's not true. Okay. Now, who can be high status? Okay. And how do women know who's high status, who's not? How can they tell? Okay. Well, the answer to that is pretty simple. They really can't. Okay. Because it's a perceived, okay, identifier. It's not the fact that they know for sure. If you're an unknown, okay, and you walk into somewhere or you're seen somewhere, you go to a supermarket or whatever, no one's going to know your high value, okay, unless you're known for something, okay, in that case. So it's unearned. This is unearned credit. So something you're doing is right. You may have some kind of trait that may be like a leadership trait, and they see you as some kind of high status. But again, this is such a wide range. It depends on the woman also. Okay, if she's a 6 or she's a 4 or 5, you come in there and she may see you as higher than what you really are. Okay, based on how you carry yourself, and you ain't doing shit. You probably just came in there, sweatpants on from the gym, and getting something to eat, and you're quiet. You to yourself. You got good posture, and you walk out. You go. But they don't know that. But that's good for them. Okay, so women have their own scales based on their experiences in the past, their past experiences, how they perceive high value, because no one really knows unless you're established. Okay, so let's go into that too. Even when you're established, doesn't mean that you're high status. You can have money and not be high status. Okay, for example, let's talk about that. Who could be high status? Okay, let's say you could have because a woman will go with a guy, they'll marry someone that's not, high status, but for her it's good enough. Okay, because men, don't forget, guys, like I always say, we are reliable resources. Okay, we are just reliable resources that they can count on. Okay, and they can love the fact that you're a reliable resource and thus love you through that. Okay, but for the most part, because this part of hypergamy is materialistic. Okay, it's hypergamy in all its grandeur. Okay, but it's also it's all just a cover. It's extrinsic. It's extrinsic. It's not intrinsic. It's extrinsic. So in other words, being extrinsic is actually just perceived and is superficial. Okay, so just know that. So in other words, what I mean by that? What I mean by that is that a girl, a beautiful woman, she can like a guy, but not be in love with him. For example, a politician. Okay, he has power. Yes, he has high status, very high status. Okay, doesn't make him an alpha. Okay, may not be a first choice either. Okay, he may have he may be like most politicians, have a big belly, not in good shape. They don't go to the gym, don't work out. Very few do. Okay, as Americans, few of us do, and we should. 80%. Okay, does not work out. We're the highest obesity, blah blah blah. Fine, but a politician, for example, he may not have the best moral values, but he has high status. Okay. Now, what she's looking at as a resource is saying, hey, he doesn't have high status, but you know what? The kids will have high status. Okay. Through him, I will inherit high status through him, and I'm on the come up. So that's what they're looking at. Okay. But you got people that are, you got people that are in IT. They're not too attractive, but some women like nerds though. Some women like nerds, but most women are drunken by power. Okay, so when you talk about this field of talk, as far as value and status and whatever, this gives them social power. Okay, and that's what they're looking for. Okay, that social power, because they're getting twofold. They're getting twofold here. They're getting social power off of the person that they're actually, the entity that they're riding on. Okay, the resource is giving them social power with their friends, so they're coming up, and also gives them status amongst his peers. Okay, his peers. Now his peers become her peers. Okay, now all his peers and the women now she's up with them, so her peer level went up 100% or 300% or 1,000% or whatever. Okay, so and this goes with someone that doesn't have the same value structure to begin with. Some women have their own money. They run their own businesses. They make more money than guys. Not talking about those guys at all. The women out they're off this table. We're talking about hypergamy, okay? Resources, men as resources. If you're making your own money, not really a resource. It's a reliable resource as can help income and kind of help things. We're not on that. We're on being resource and hypergamy and being a victim and getting these guys to figure it out. We're not there for the women that have their own money and all that. I'm not talking about you guys. You guys are good. Okay? I'm about the women over here that don't and the guys that are victims of that to some degree. Because they also agree to it too. So we can't feel bad for those guys. But some guys don't know. And they want love so bad. But these women say, listen, this is a deal. I'll get some kids out of this deal. So, that's it. But it's, again, slippery slope. Depends on the woman and depends on her character, her values, and everything else. But for this video, we're going to talk about the knowns and what to look out for. Okay. So, who else? Let's continue with that list on who else can be, high status. Because all guys, I want to be high status. I'm a high status male. Yeah, I'm high status. I guess got to college. Maybe you are among your peers. You're not in college anymore. Now you're in the real world. Okay, you could have been high status in high school. You played basketball, or you were on a soccer team, or you played lacrosse, and you were, you were high status. You actually were high status in high school, in 10th grade, and on JV. Okay, you were high status at one point. You was the man, but now high school is over. What do you do? Okay, a lot of guys start, some guys that are coach a football team and quarterbacks, and a lot of those guys lose their way because they were counting on that to give them fake value. You see, and this is why I say value is more important than high status, because value will give you status just by default, just by natural nature, and it's the kind of status you can hang on to that they can't take away from you. Okay, let's move on. Let's keep going. All right, so. Who else can have high status, perceived high status, okay? Anyone that's doing something like, for example, like I said, IT. You work in a company and, you're putting computers together or doing intelligence and any kind of intel. It takes a resource to do that. You had to have some studying or some kind of skill that you earned to do that. So that's value. That's going to give you status, okay? To a woman that's not in that field, that's going to be status. Like, wow, that's very interesting. For your peers at your job, that could be also gives you status if you're good at what you do. Okay, so let's go back into who else can be where high status falls in, because it applies to everybody, guys. All of us, okay, can be high status. For example, servicemen and women. Okay, we love them. We shout them out. They put their life on the line for us, and the good ones. Okay, so I'm not going to dilute the whole situation. There's some good ones out there and some not so good. All right, but the ones we're talking about now is the good ones. I focus on the good ones. Our military personnel, shout out to them every time. I appreciate everything they do. Because now for those guys, they already have a high status because their peer group is already known as a known peer group. You got military, this, that, different branches of the military. So that gives them status. Hey, I'm in the military. Oh, really? Wow. Okay, bang, a reliable resource. It's a reliable resource. You can tell the girl, hey, I got my own business. She'll go, oh, okay, that's cool. What happened? I got my own, what the fuck? I got my own shit. She'd be crazy about it. But it's not a known resource. You can't count on that in the future. Okay, so unless your business is banging and it's booming and she's heard of it. Oh, you heard of so-and-so industry? She goes, oh, yeah, definitely. Oh, yes, I run that company. That's what I do. Since you asked, So then now you got the wheels turning. She goes, oh, okay. Now she's going to Google your ass and see whatever. So, but we're talking about in the sense of hypergamy and superficial. Okay, that society is superficial. It gives them twofold: power, like I said, and socialism. Okay, they get to socialize with power, and they get to upgrade themselves on a peer level. They get to inherit your peer. So the kids will become, and there's looking at the kids going to the better schools with these other kids that are already in the pool that's been there, and chances are some of those kids' moms did the same damn thing that they did. Married a guy they wasn't crazy about. So, as the world turns, right? We continue. So what? If that's the case, oh, matter of fact, you can have no job at all, just be an asshole, right? Depends on where you're applying this high status fakery fuckery, because when you're coming in with nothing in your empty shell and you're pretending to be high status, it's an act, okay? And it's not sustainable, okay? You can fool some people some of the time, but you can't fool all people all the time, period. My grandma used to say that all the time, but it's very true, okay? You can go in, you go to a heavily trafficked area where there's a lot of women and a lot of action going on, and you can put this facade on, and you can, and have this little high status thing going on, okay? You can do that, okay? And meet people and boom, 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 and you can do that, but it's not sustainable, because you get the girl alone and she starts asking you about, your life, what do you do, this, that, and the third thing, you're gonna start falling apart, because you can't keep lying forever, okay? So that's what's going on with that. So it's definitely not something sustainable. So you want to be an asshole and this and that. That's great. Now that will work. Now being an asshole will give you that'll kind of pull off a high status kind of thing if you put the other stuff together. You have the body language of a high status male. You can't be an asshole with bad body language and no posture and no etiquette. It won't work. This is an animal. I don't know. Fuck him. He ain't got shit. They're gonna put together their own perception again. Remember, they're gonna perceive you as not being reliable, not a reliable source. Okay, and if they're going with someone that's living a fast life, that's just for the moment. Women live for the moment. They want to be seen. What can you do for them in the moment? You could provide instant power and instant social. Okay, social power. So that social power is right there automatically, which will give her status in that venue. In that venue. Okay, that's how that works. High status is fleeting when it's not earned, and you don't have the grounds and the basis to have that high status. You didn't earn it. It's fleeting. It's as good as the moment you're in. And that's a fact. What about celebrities? That's a little different. Now, celebrities, when it comes to high status, are they high status? Yes. Yeah. Why are they high status? Because they're socially known for what they do. And it's a business, what they do. Okay? Now, now that gives them social power, lots of social power, and it gives them peer power. Okay? So you're a celebrity among celebrities. Look at Kim Kardashian, her dad. You understand? And but she just ushered right into that. And now look at little Kaylee and all of it's just Kylie, whatever her name is. But it's ushered in. They just ushered them in already. So look at the mom. Even the mom's a star now. So it's kind of like, it just grew. You understand? So whatever. So that's the point. Is that even celebrities, but it doesn't make them alpha. Okay, it does not make them alpha. Okay, look at Chris Brown. Is he high status male? Absolutely. Is he alpha? Not really. He's kind of an asshole. That skewers the alpha pass. He gets an alpha pass. He's kind of an asshole, but the girls like him because he didn't mean it. They'll still supplicate for him and allow him to be an asshole because he can afford to be an asshole. He has the resources and be reliable. He won't go broke. Do you understand that? Why would a girl get with a guy that's volatile? Why? Because he can pay his way out. He's not stuck. You try that shit and you're on a budget, she's not gonna fuck with you. She's like, you'll get put in jail. I'm stuck out here with this kid. You're like, but you love me. I thought it was just me and you, right? I don't know about that. If you go to jail, I can't make no promises. What kind of shit is that? That ain't love. That's lack of resources, okay? You're not reliable resource. Yeah, you got the car outside and, you got some bling on and stuff. You got you little icy and everything. All right, you drip a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But that's temporary. And she knows that's only for the moment. So that's why it doesn't work in that sense. It's, again, not sustainable. Okay? So what does work? Okay, so we covered that. So what actually works is, like I said, now, number one thing you want to do is take this high status male situation to make yourself better. And you got to understand, it's never stopping. It's never stopping, okay? You're always going to be improving. You always want to be improving, okay? So Some people don't want to hear that shit, but it's always work. Okay, it costs you more. See, what happens is this. Let me put this real quick before I even get to that. People settle. You don't want to be high status male. I'm not all that. I'm just myself, whatever. That's fine. But a lot of times women will settle for a guy that's a 5 or a 6 because their vision and their version of high status suits them. Okay? You may say, I ain't shit, but she loves me. Whatever. She's crazy about me, whatever. Because you're a resource. She may not care about the money per se because she has a little job here and there, coffee shop or whatever she's doing. And she says, oh, we're going to make it because I work. We're going to make it. And to her, maybe her mom never worked or, maybe her mom helped her dad growing up. So a lot of that's based on their experience and their history as well. So a lot of guys won't try anymore. So you know what? I'm a 7 in her eyes. That's good enough for me. You understand? So they end up staying stuck there and they end up stuck together. No one's growing. Okay? They're just tolerating each other and they're okay with it. Okay? At least someone cares about me. At least I got her there, So and they settle. Okay? Not saying they're happy, but they settle and hang on to each other for dear life. So if somebody falls, we got, and a lot of times then the women will be the first to leave. That's why, statistics will tell you women are 60% of women break through are part of the breakup. They initiate breakup. 60% of women initiate breakups because they sit there and say, "This is okay. This is good. This is real love. We got real love." Those women are hopeless romantics, okay, and they believe in love that will see it through. Okay, they're not realistic. Okay, so but what happens is as they get older, the fucking hypergamy bug kick someone, tap someone on the shoulder, go, yo, what we doing here? What we doing? We moving somewhere? What we doing? And, oh, I don't know. I'm still with him. I think he's going to come through. He's doing the same old thing on the couch. Hey, babe. And you're like, oh, I got to get rid of this guy. So, and then she starts making ways to kick in and find other options. She may find a 7 this time. Okay, she may not go up to a 10 because she may not feel she can deserve a 10 or she can hold a 10. So she'll go from where you are a 6, for example, maybe you're a 5 now because you ain't doing shit, and then she'll go to a 7, or active 6. You understand? That's going up to a 7 in his value. Okay, so that's why you end up losing a girl. You say, we was good for a minute. We had our roles and we was chilling, and I don't know what happened. Why she just get, all of a sudden she's getting all cranky and shit. She's getting older. And that clock is ticking. And she knows 35, 36, 37, baby. Okay, the baby should be dropping at 38, 39. Because she wants to have the baby out by 40, at least. If it's a first kid, especially. Okay, so it's not about you at that point. Because now the reality is setting in. The hopeless romantic girl all of a sudden woke up. Okay, the fucking clock, bing bong, that big clock clicked. She's like, oh shit, I gotta get out of here. I can't. Yo, everybody's like, what you doing? What you doing? It gets louder and louder. She's like, and she's getting cranky. She's bitchy all of a sudden. That's what happens. And that's why that happens. So guys, always try to get yourself in a better position in life, Always. Do it for yourself. It's not even about her. Do it for yourself, man. All right? So here's some of the things that can work, and when you want to talk about high status, here's what you should be looking for. Okay? And high status is the fact that it's something that you have to work your way to get. Okay? Say, for example, you already have your celebrity or your politician that has value already because you have family values, okay? And then your kids coming up into that, but you're being raised with family values so you can sustain that, okay? After the dad's gone and the mom is gone, you're going to still have that training for sustaining that high value. So that will kick in. That will kick in because you're bringing it, you're training it. You've been trained into it, so you've been groomed that way. You can fuck it up and be an asshole. That's anybody, okay? But again, we know assholes hang on to girls that they get, but they can't. It's not sustainable, okay? Because it's still that what happens with assholes. They'll get the girl, like I said, they'll get the girl, but they can't hang on to the girl because the girl, after a while, will get tired of that shit unless she's used to abuse. If she's used to being abused or she's used to that environment. You understand? And you're not growing, though, she's going to leave. It's a matter of time, And what most people that are assholes, yeah, they bully their way in, because girls are, oh, I hate bullies, don't bully people. That's what bullies do, but yet they still go out with guys like that. Most women can't stand bullies, right? But most women got assholes. Most assholes got a girl, right? So What they say and what they do is two different things. But the asshole will always be forever unless you get somebody that's really, really. But they seek out these women that have low value. So, but if they see that, they know what to look for and they get it. But they gotta hold on to them as they can. But they gotta stay angry all the time. You understand? So, but getting off of that, so it's about the positive stuff now as far as the high value and I'm sorry, the high status. Okay, high status is when you do add value. Okay, high status is someone that's earned. He's known for what he does, and he's known to be the best at what he does. Okay, he goes to work, he does it, boom. He owns a business, he does it, boom. He's known among his peers to be the best or one of the best. Okay, so whenever he goes out, if it is a banquet or it is a dinner or some kind of function, he gets accolades. Okay, high status males get accolades no matter where they go. Okay, I don't care, and anyone can do it, guys. You can do it right where you stand. I don't care if you work in a hot dog stand or wherever. You have people that'll see you and appreciate you when you come in the door. Okay, because you're good at what you do. Your boss appreciate you for what you do. So you are high status in their eyes amongst your peers. If you're the best at what you do, you're the guy. Yo, that's the man over there. Talk to him. He's the man. Or she's the girl. But if you're the man, it's a man's show. It's a manosphere. You got to be the best, or working your way among your peers. Say, yo, you know what? I didn't know that shit until you just told me that. That's, oh shit, fuck, I didn't think about that. So you earn it, you get that value. So once you get that high status, you go out, you have the tools, you keep that and be proud. High status people are very proud. You got to be proud, okay? Hold pride inside you, especially if you're earning it. If you didn't earn it and it's superficial, you can't really be proud of it. You can be proud that you're lying to everybody about it, but you don't really, it's empty. It's all on the surface. This right here is on the inside, okay? And what else is a high status male? High status male is a leader, okay? He goes first. He takes matters in his own hands. If there's a problem at work or in his business, okay, he handles it. He gets on the phone with the customers. He talks to the employees and trains them a different way. He gets them to actually change what they are doing to get the engine to run correctly. Okay, or he'll go out and consume another business, or he'll go out and close a deal. Okay, he'll make the initiative. Things don't go on right. He'll go out, call the clients up, go out there and give them another offer. He'll close the deal on that house. Okay, or work on a better plan to give it to his boss. Hey, there you go. That's how you fix that, and walk away. Okay, you ain't gotta be the one doing it, but you initiate the solution. That's what leaders do. Initiate the solution to a problem, and that's high status because your value's going up. So that's why. Look at my video I put out on high value, and why women seek out high value. Okay, it's a good video. It's about this also because you can't have high status, true high status, without value. Okay, value what locks it in. Value is intrinsic. Okay, value locks it in. Whereas, excuse me. Whereas high status is extrinsic. Okay, so it's superficial. If you don't apply it, if you don't put the value inside and you earn it. If you don't earn it, now I'm not earning it right now. So by being a leader, you're earning it. Living your life according to your own terms. That's earning it. You're going to earn it because you own it. Okay? People change to your frame in life. Okay? You make decisions. People change their lives around your schedule. You don't do it the other way. You hold yourself to a higher standard. Okay? That high standard is what you live by. Okay? You also and by doing that, you have a calm, controlled demeanor no matter where you are. If there's chaos at work or chaos on your job or chaos, I don't care if you're in a restaurant somewhere and there's chaos, you hold a calm demeanor. If you can resolve the problem, you resolve it. You understand? If it affects you directly, you control the situation with a calm voice or a calm demeanor, like I said. Okay? So, let's get this going. Okay. So, and also a high value male he also assumes. He assumes when he goes out, he assumes attraction. Okay? He assumes, of course they're looking at him, checking me out, of course. Okay? And if he sees, he likes, he goes after. Period. Okay? Go see, conquer, do. All right. And she sees and she reciprocates. And he's socially aware and socially attuned to her invitation. He doesn't come off timing. She's not. She said, "I just looked at him. I didn't call you over here." He waits for the signals because women do the choosing. Don't forget, women do the team selecting. They build their rosters, guys. Women have rosters. They don't have no rosters. Women got rosters. Okay, the maintenance men that come in and tune up and whatever. One guy buys the finance guy that comes in and helps to pay bills and such and forth and so on. Okay, but you want to be number one draft pick. Okay, in anyone's book, you are the high status male. You're the number one draft pick. You do the accepting or not. You know what? I like him, maybe I don't like it. I don't know. What's in it for me? Let me see what kind of value you got to give me. What are you offering? Because women do the choosing, right? But you take the wings. You own it. You own the team. Okay, you take it and you own it. All right. So that's the deal with that. So again, a high status male. I mean, he holds his frame no matter what. Okay, he keeps the frame. Okay, and doesn't break it. Okay, for anyone. So people respect him. He's highly respected. Again, amongst his peers and anyone else that can see it. They can feel. They can feel that's different. Okay, they can really feel the truth, the weight of his value in his high status. Okay, and that's reliable. Yes, and it's social power as well, but it's real power. Okay, it's real power when you can combine that with values. Okay, so yeah, if you can combine the values with the status, unstoppable, it's unbeatable. Okay, like, comment, subscribe below. It's arourixl. Live my best life. I hope you are too. XL.